Yo, I've been all right. A little stuffy. I don't know about a frog. It's something.
I think so. There's something going around.
There's a lot of stuff going around. You got the
Yeah.
flu, you got COVID, you got RSV. It's a
What?
lot.
Wait a minute. Wait. What's RSV?
It's a respiratory infection.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
That'll.
Ugh. That might be a different condition. That might be something different.
That might be. You need to go to the hospital.
That might be like gas or something. You said when you lay down.
They do. You right about that one.
That means you old. Shut up.
Mm.
Is that the girl?
Is that her name? I wasn't sure what her name was. Yeah.
They weren't her friends. Stop saying that.
No, they weren't.
Mm-hmm. She died of alcohol poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
They broke her neck, her spine, and her neck.
Who's TV?
I'm going to put JD out. Where's my other remote?
Mom, go on mute.
Huh?
Mom, mute yourself.
Going from the picture.
Right, because they're not. That was terrible. Don't play it. My initial thought was, what kind of people are these? And more so to the people who were holding the camera people, that the person who was, you not even gonna fight back, like that's the person that, and it wasn't just him, one person hold, it was another person, because there's a, you can see some nails or something in there, as if like there's a bunch of people like videoing it, like that is, that's the part that really gets to me, like the people, sometimes the spectators, you know, in situations like that, when you have the opportunity to stop something, you know, and you don't, and you really instigating it. To me, you become the instigator, because if you're recording it, then that means somebody might be hyping themselves up because they on, you know what I'm saying? They acting more because they on video.
Well, I can't say that because sometimes recording could be a good thing because it could be proof of what happened. You see what I'm saying? So you can't always say that neither though. Like look at the police stuff. You know, it's a good thing somebody sometimes recording it because the truth comes out when somebody recording it.
That is true, but that's different. That's a totally different circumstance. You see the police or somebody being, that's different. But if you, that's different. Now you right there, and if your words are why you not gonna fight back, you ain't worried about, you ain't you ain't caring. Yeah, well, you could see that in the video. And the
Yeah.
one that they showed, I didn't see that video that you're talking about, but just in that one, it didn't seem like it didn't seem like something that just had happened. First of all, she was naked. Let's talk about that. Why was she naked?
Mm.
She was naked. So what y'all, you know what I mean? So it was just a whole lot that just wasn't, that it didn't
And
seem like you just all of a sudden start fighting, and then because you don't fight and take all your clothes off, like good gracious. Like
Why would they plan? I think so. Why would they take her all the way down to Mexico just to beat her up and still hang out with her?
what you mean?
Because they planned, they wanted her dead and gone. They just,
This,
they didn't plan it,
but
because why would you spend all this money to go down to Mexico to whoop her ass and then keep and then stick around with her?
but wasn't it her birthday celebration?
it was her, but it all happened within 24 hours. This wasn't something that was like, oh, a couple days, this couple days that. This was literally all 24 hours. So they said that after the fact, they called the cop. I mean, no, they called a nurse in, and then calling the nurse in, the nurse was there, and or the guy, because it was also a guy or something. The guy came from supposedly and was taking care of her because she was found in the bathroom, laying on the floor because they said because she had thrown up, and he brung her into the living room area or whatnot and was taking care of her. And the nurse made a they called the nurse made a comment saying something about her lip being busted and a cut over her eye.
She got that cut over her eye when they slung her and she hit her head on that bed, which
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
but they
probably where the part
also
that broke her neck.
Mm-hmm.
they also said that she that when I guess the paramedics or whatever came to the room, that was at 3 o'clock, but they said she died at 3. It wasn't at 6. She died earlier than what they reported.
That's what I was going to ask. Did they say?
I think I think there is definitely a reason as to why they went all the way there. I think what it really was is because from my understanding, um she had her own shop. She was making money, she had money, all of that. I think it was to kind of try to take her off her high, well, what they felt like was her high horse. And yes, treat her as do stuff to her, but not necessarily meant to kill her. I think what happened was in the process of all the planning and all of that, people get big headed and they get even more emotional and more upset, and that's what happened. Now I ain't defending this person by all means, because she was most definitely wrong in everything that they did. They should not have put their hands on that girl at all. Had that in my head, if you was gonna go all the way over there to plan to do something to this girl, you shouldn't even win at all. You should have just cut all ties with as far as friendship go and went on about your business. But clearly that's not what you chose to do. You chose to try to make it, you chose to put on a show. And in doing this show, you killed her.
And that's the cover up.
That's a problem.
That's the part where, oh no, we didn't, oh no. Well, they about to go too far in Mexico.
Well, it's a controversy of whether the Mexican is going to uh
File charges.
file charges or it's going to be U.S. It's going to be on U.S. store because they were saying that Mexico took too long. It's too much of a cover up in Mexico because of the two different times. Right.
What's that mean? They don't care?
They need to make sure that they continue to make their money. A murder from America at a Mexican resort is going to cause issues. Money will be basically lost because they're not going to gain the public all the revenue and everything that they would normally get when it comes to resorts.
I don't think that's gonna take it. That's those people. They was in their own little hotel. It ain't like there was, like Mexicans going around. Oh, well, I don't know.
That's why I say stay your butt home. If it ain't family, I ain't going.
Go on. I know where you're going.
I don't have Twitter. Who the heck is this?
What no?
What? That's what they try.
Oh,
They trying to say that.
well, I don't mean no harm, but looking at that video, she did look a little hard. I'm just saying.
Is that a picture? Put that picture back up. Let me see.
That I thought that was the young lady that passed away. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That chin though.
Well, they took her. That's her exact face, and they did whatever they did to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the
Oh,
same exact picture.
I was about to say, yeah, because you could look at the background and tell the neck
And the
pose and
shirt,
everything.
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Mona.
Hey.
They going after trans people before that, just so you know.
Right.
Mhm. On this commercial break, while we look for the trans picture of the commentary, tweets from Yes
I'm about to
Magazine.
say, Jason, didn't we tell you about this shit before? You know, you're supposed to troubleshoot this before we get to this point.
Who is people? The trans community? It was a heterosexual. It was a heterosexual. I'm not like as privy to the trans world and like what is said in the comments, so I really wouldn't even know how to.
She was not her friend.
That's what they were
People
none
use
of them.
the friend word so loose. It's
Listen, those were
uh,
not her. Those were not her
that
friends.
we go with acquaintance. They
Not
knew
even acquaintance.
each other. It's not
Well,
so loose.
someone she thought was
She,
her
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
Right.
Which is true.
That's how I feel.
But that's how that's
It
that's how
doesn't
I
change
feel.
the fact
doesn't
that that
matter,
woman
yeah.
is no longer here, and her family, her mother and her father no longer have a daughter. That is first and foremost.
Right.
Everything else isn't even
It's
isn't
no, it's
even
no point.
relevant of
It's
discussion.
irrelevant. Like it's irrelevant. Mm-mm. Yeah, but we don't know. I don't again. But that's the. But I think Jason, that is a
No.
to be honest, I think that's a conversation for that community that you have. Like, I don't think we would even think about it in that sense. Like, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I don't know. I didn't
No.
read all that. I didn't see all of that stuff. I don't know that that was a whole thing going on where
I
everybody.
heard bits and pieces of it, but I didn't care.
Yeah,
Who it doesn't matter. A woman lost her life. No parent ever wants to bury their child. Her parents
Right.
had to bury their child. Period. Point blank. Who it was? He, she, it, shim, them, they, whatever. Blue, purple, green, black. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Somebody killed this woman and
And they
lied
videotaped it.
about how she died.
And they videotaped it. So,
Right.
you know.
I don't know that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you're
But
going with that with something that I can't
the,
even like. I don't have the same feeling behind it
the,
because I
the
don't.
thing about it
Right. Me
is,
either.
okay, the thing about it is, you didn't, you said you hadn't seen the video, right?
I haven't seen the video.
Okay, I saw the video and I wasn't particularly saying that, you know, because of the people the person that was taping it and everything else, I thought, matter of fact, I thought all of them were trans. So it wasn't just whoever did it. I thought the whole group, because the guy, whoever taped it, he was there. It was a guy that taped it. The
Mhm.
girl, whoever who did this, or one of the girls who did this, she was beating her like a man. What?
I don't know. Can y'all look at? I just found out that my pen glows. Look,
I saw that.
Uh, and what kind of fighting style is that, Jason?
Well,
usually they
I
just
don't
picking
know,
up
cause
guns. So
you know,
the fact that I even saw a fist was something to be. Don't don't say it.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
I mean, I get that, but
And
I'm
there are,
saying,
I mean, that goes, you have in both genders where some men have soft features, some women have hard features.
right, but in looking, okay, in looking at the video, okay, and I'm just going by what the video is, what I'm looking at. They're not showing a front view of her getting beat up. They're showing the back end and the way she hit her, the way she was hitting her. I don't know. We didn't fight like that. I mean,
And
so I'm
the arms
going,
look strong. She looked
I'm
like she
going,
had strong arms.
right. She looked like a dude beating up a woman. That's what I thought it was. And then when the story kept going on, I thought, well, maybe all of them were trans. It wasn't just her. I thought all of them were trans until I saw her picture on Good Morning America. But even the person that taped it kept saying, well, she ain't even fighting back. She ain't even fighting back. I'm sorry, but she ain't sound like no woman. She sound like a man.
There was a man, the one who was saying she ain't fighting back.
Right. Yeah,
Hmm.
but you also gotta look at it like this. Hold up, no, hold up, because you're defensive. Think we gotta you gotta look at it as when people say why are black people so defensive, because you look for when you know when things happen. That's like when somebody gets shot or somebody there's a mass shooting. Now we hold our breath because we don't know whether they white or black. Because it used to be a time where you didn't see white people, I mean black people doing shooting. Now you got the one in Chesapeake. You got you got the one that did the shooting of the guys on the college campus. So it's like you don't know who they are. You don't know what's going on. But like I said, to look at that video, I instantly thought that, hey, it's got to be, this was a bunch of men, or transgenders or whatever, cuz she hit like a dude.
Jason, what was your point you was trying to make?
They said that was a man. It was a woman. It was a woman. No, it was a woman.
That were mutual for. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But was it the same people? Okay.
What did you want them? But what did you want them to say? Like, what would you have preferred them to say? Like, oh my bad, I thought. I mean, what? I think to me that would be the response. Like if those words are going out or it's being said that that was a trans person, they're probably like, oh my goodness, like why would a man blah blah. But then it comes out to where that's not, and it's just like, well, what are they supposed to? What would they be doing? Retracting what? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The person is still dead. Like I don't. I'm having. Well, it weren't loud and wrong. You was just going by what you thought you saw. Like what? But not really. That's not loud and wrong.
Yeah, but
But
Twitter is designed for loud and wrong and bullying and all of that stuff. So people are going to
right,
jump on the bandwagon,
that's what
post
it is.
on there, that's what people do. Hmm.
I don't say any of that. I'm just
He's
messing with you.
generalizing.
I know he's generalizing. I'm just. This sounds like more of a Twitter thing. I'm not on Twitter like that, so I don't have that same. I don't. I'm not on any of
Well,
that really like that.
a lot of people on those platforms are just that, running their mouths. They not doing shit. Now you do have the those people who are who do take that stuff so to heart, and then go out and act like a damn fool. But that's something that we can't control, of course. But a lot, I think it's more people running their mouths on social media than actually doing anything. And that
causing
goes with
chaos.
all issues. I'm not talking about
Right.
just that. You
It's
got
all
your
issues.
people
Right.
who as black people we need to do blah 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 blah. And if you ask them, well, what rally have you been to? What have you done? And there's nothing. Then it's crickets.
Personal. Personal.
The thing about it, I mean, I get where you feel offended and everything, but you also got to look at it is that they have always put stuff on African Americans or Mexicans or whatever that has never been a lot of times our fault, but we get blamed for them. There are people that are shooting. There are white people that are shooting other people, and the first thing they want to do is blame a black person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any of it.
It
Don't
don't
put
make
me
it
in
fair.
that.
It that's just what happens. But
Well,
I mean, we
well, the
say
thing.
that, but it doesn't matter. They still gonna do it. If you go out there, I mean, it was the guy that shot up his wife, that shot his wife. Um, I guess yeah, he shot his wife in a black neighborhood, and they had everybody running around here looking for this black guy when it was him that
Mm-hmm.
did it.
Yeah. Remember the woman remember that woman who killed her kids, white woman killed her kids, and she
Right.
said
And it
that
was a
she got
black man.
carjacked by
Mm-hmm.
two black
Black
dudes
men. Yep.
and she drowned them kids herself. And the thing is, that was all of that is pre camera phone, social media, all that stuff, because you remember back before all of that, and you would hear a police shooting a black man. A police shooting was always a black man. This is, and then once camera phones come up, there's so many people like, oh my God, this is happening. This has been happening in our communities. It's just that now we have phones to show to prove that it is not us
I
and
mean,
we
that's
are
the
being
same thing
mistreated.
with when the what
We got
we got to
commercials.
take a
We
break.
have a commercial.
All right.
All right, and we're
To
back,
another
y'all.
topic, or we gonna keep
I want to move on from that conversation, but I want to make, because I hear what y'all are saying, and I get this idea that, like, yes, this happens in, you know, in all marginalized communities. We are blamed for things that we don't have anything to do with. But at the same time, I also understand that, like, just because that happens in all communities doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that we don't correct it when it happens.
Right.
And,
Right.
you know,
Nobody says that it makes
Jackie,
it right.
you on mute. I ain't hear you.
You know, nobody says that it's right. What we're saying is that, I mean, it's happening. It happens all the time. It happens to what they got, black and brown people. It happens to gay. It just happens. And I don't care how much we rebel or we say no, that's not right or whatever. They still do what they're gonna do. It's just, you know, and we still have to deal with it. Like I said, years ago, you would have never thought about anybody black doing mass shootings because we didn't do it. Now, you hold your breath to see if they black or white.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't
Right.
make, you know, it doesn't make it right. You know, it doesn't make it right. That's the same thing with suicide. Used to be a time you never heard about black people killing themselves. Now it's like, wow, you know, the
I
world
don't
is
know about
changing.
that.
Yeah.
You might not have ever heard about it.
That
when
don't mean
we
they
was
doing
doing
It
it.
was stuff that was going on, but it wasn't anything that was being broadcasted the way that it
Right.
is that
In
it
this
was
world.
with
So
others.
none of this stuff
way
is
it is
new.
now.
It's
I was
not
like-
new.
That's all it is.
I was
Right.
like, because we was doing it. We just wasn't talking about it. And that's the difference. But the next story that I want to get to, I think we'll end with that story. Cece, you had a story that you wanted to talk about.
I do have a story that I want to talk about. So I have to be a little diligent in what I'm going to talk about. So there's this school in Indiana. So my friend's daughter is a senior, right? And apparently the mother, she got a call about her daughter missing like 23 days of school, and she was up for expulsion. Now, this class that she missed was a class, like one of those study hall classes. You know, I think now they give you like a class that you can go to, like to do your work, but it's not like a class, not like math, science, whatever. But she was leaving school, just what they said, leaving school to go to work, and that she had a pass from a teacher that she forged the teacher's name, right? And so that was supposed to be the thing. But then when she goes to have the meeting with the principal and all that stuff, it's supposed to be like a somebody who's like not doesn't know that it's supposed to be a biased person involved within the meeting, and that they basically tell her that they don't have the proof of how many times that she actually left. It turns out that the pass that she was using was literally written by a teacher who gave her the pass and was letting her and another student kind of come to the class whenever they felt like it. And so she was like, well, why are you trying to suspend her? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have any proof or anything. So the options that they gave is that she can go to BYU, Brigham Young, to take like these classes to kind of help her, but she has to pay for them, or, you know, she just gets expelled. So when she's trying to, the mother now is trying to get more information, like, well, why is this decision being made? Like, they were calling her before like the ruling was even taking place, like calling her and saying, hey, are you going to take this offer to go to the school? Because once the decision is made, the offer is off the table. So exactly. And so then when she was she was asking, like, well, why don't you have the proof again of how many times she's actually left the building? And she asked her, well, she's like, don't y'all have a sign out system or something like that? And they were like, well, we do, but seniors come and go all the time, so we don't check everybody. But wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Why are you not checking everybody? And okay, so her daughter is mixed, and the other girl who supposedly missed like 45 days is Hispanic. And these two kids, they are trying to get them basically expelled.
Your Honor, they're not guilty. Next case.
Do you know what I mean? Like, isn't that crazy? Have you heard of something like that?
No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And you know, I will ask my partner who is a teacher about that, but that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think that's shenanigans. They want you to go pay Brigham Young University to take some classes so that you don't get This sounds
right. And
sense foolery and fuckery is at hand.
Right. If you pass the classes or whatever, then what they'll do is reimburse you. But my thing is like, first of all, you don't even have the proof. You didn't come into the meeting with saying, okay, on this day, on this day, on this day, on this day, you know, she left. She didn't and then she wasn't going to be truant or just be out. She was going to work. You know how sometimes they have like work.
You have a work release program.
Right.
Like it's like all jails.
Like something I said, something is about this just doesn't make any sense. And so then after that, she even asked the guy, because she was like, what ruling are you going to give? Because like as a mother, she's like conflicted because she doesn't want to be, she's like, I don't want to do too much. And then it turns out that she really did miss so many days, but then I also don't want to do nothing. And then like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was supposed to do like, the girl's supposed to do like a cadet thing where she, you know, does this thing for out of high school that helps with college and all this stuff. Like all of that is off the table now. Because my thing is that if she didn't write the pass, like forge somebody's name, then all of that should be off the table. Like, why don't you do in-school suspension?
The way that I look at it, and the way that is you're gonna have to show me the proof of every single day this girl was not here, every day she left the building. You're gonna have to comb through all that stuff. If you want me to do anything about this, and if you want this is the thing, you don't get to just go on your word. If she's asking for proof and they're not giving her proof, I'm not doing nothing. I will take this all the way to that crazy ass Supreme Court.
You know what they also told her when she said, "Can I get the because you know how they do like a minutes, you know what I'm saying?" She said, "Can I get the minutes, you know, from the thing, like the recording?" And she said, the guy said, "We don't usually give that."
Nope. Anybody can get the minutes. Is it the school board?
It's supposed to be the school.
Anybody
like
can get the minutes. Don't play with me.
That's what I thought.
Don't play with my intelligence.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I told her she need to write to the local.
You better call 10 on your side, 4 on your side.
That's what I said. She need to call her local news people.
Get her
the
a
school
lawyer.
Board. Yeah,
don't
that's
all
crazy.
that. They don't play around. They playing with this little girl's education. Don't do that. Nope. This is racism. I sense foolery and fuckery is at hand, and we won't do it.
That's crazy. I never heard of such a thing. Isn't that crazy?
That is. Anybody else have anything to say to that? Because I feel like I just said all that needed to be said. But if y'all have something to say, go for
it. No.
All right then.
Hey, so I got a question. When was this mass shooting in Walmart in Virginia? When was that?
Saturday.
Man, I just seen that. I didn't know about it till a couple of minutes ago. That's what I was looking on my phone.
You are a horrible twin. You didn't even
my gosh.
check on me.
That was
you didn't ask if neither of your sisters or me are still alive. You didn't call nobody.
Clearly, you just missed it. I just found out 10 minutes ago about it. I didn't know nothing about it. Thanks for telling me, though.
We could have been dead.
Well, I see you.
Wasn't that before Thanksgiving?
It was before. It was the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I thought you was better than that.
Because it was the same day as the shooting in Colorado.
Y'all, the entire story.
What
was
she did a whole back brief on that, but because Brandy said she's talking about that, she ain't getting on the phone. But she could have gave y'all all the information on that one. We talking about the mass shooting in Chesapeake. You gonna talk about? You gonna tell?
Rest in peace to them people.
Because they are saying he ain't on.
I think it was the Wednesday before. It was the Saturday.
Yeah, not Saturday. It was Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Yeah, it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was
like
Wednesday before. It was literally like right before Thanksgiving.
But did y'all read the articles where he was the manager and he went into the office
break room,
and was like, "Well, this is going to be a short meeting."
Yep, he had a letter.
It was a week ago today.
It was a week ago.
It was a Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Okay.
Tuesday night.
thought-
That's Tuesday night.
Yeah, he
Well,
came on, and then they found he had a kill list, and he wrote like this letter, and he was just talking about, who the person, like they were laughing at me, this, that, and the other, and he even said he was going to spare this one particular person because they had just started or something like that. It was wild.
And one of them was like 16 years old.
He had been there for like 10 years. And they've been picking on him.
So breaking news.
Of course. Of course.
Because they said,
But yes, they were.
If you're not going to get on the daggone channel, Brady, don't be on the channel. But you're not finna do.
No,
What?
I'm sorry.
She was on the channel. Daddy was basically trying to say what she was saying was wrong, and Brandy was trying to correct him. That's all that was. But goodness gracious, y'all got a lot going on. I'm about to end this call. Yeah.
So they said that what else did they say? Brandy, what he had the kill list. He had, would you say he had been there for like 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
So what I read also was they had said that he was like Jeffrey Dahmer. I think that's what set him off.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were calling him odd.
Yeah. So basically, to piggyback off what Mona said was, yeah, he was working at Walmart for 10 years. He basically, the people that he thought that was his friends was not his friends because they were talking bad about him behind his back, and he overheard, I guess somebody, one of the bosses or higher up, saying that they were trying to get rid of him since day one. So I guess probably he stayed there that long because he wanted to prove them wrong or whatnot. And so after, I guess he heard about the Jeffrey Dahmer situation, that what Mona said, it probably set him off because he felt like he would never do that to anybody, and he's like the most loving person if they would have just gotten to know him and whatnot. So
that's the wrong way to do it. God damn.
But everybody
I don't want to give this guy any more of my airtime.
No. But everybody that was on his list, he didn't kill. Like that, nobody that was in his death note, he didn't kill any of them.
But he killed other people, and I know.
There.
I don't. Okay, so anyway, the last story of the day. I can't do it.
I just go interrupt the conversation we having. We talk about stuff when you want to talk about it, and when we want to talk about something, there you go cutting some shit off. You do that shit every time. You gonna cut that shit out, Jason?
Yeah, you are.
That's messed up.
Yes,
Jason.
you do that, Jason.
You're a dictator.
Right.
Yeah, you think this is a Trump hotline or something? This ain't all about you.
All right, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm not.
I asked y'all what stories y'all wanted to talk about earlier, and did nobody say nothing?
Selene did, and I was okay. You ain't say we had to talk about it on the group first.
Anyway.
Ooh,
Listen, Kim Jong-un, don't come in here with your negativity.
So Jason didn't bring up the VCU, so he don't want to talk about it.
That's not the thing. No, I haven't. I planned the show based on the things that we want to talk about.
It's all about Jason again. Okay, we sorry for participating.
These niggas. So listen, let's talk about the Chesapeake. Go ahead, talk about it. I don't have anything to add to that story because I didn't do any research on it because nobody said they wanted to talk about it.
Then you should have listened to us, goddammit. We was talking. That's a serious shit.
I listened to the story.
This is becoming a problem in the world, man.
I listened to the story. Here's the deal.
Oh, Lord.
I heard that the man didn't want... What did you say?
Said this is the problem in the world. This is what's wrong. This is why people coming in and shooting up folks because they're not being heard.
These niggas.
You heard the man say they thought it was his friend. They was talking bad about him. It's crazy.
Ugh. Go ahead, Jason. Next.
No, keep going.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this on the show, but I didn't say it. And this is good because it's the holiday season and people need to understand that if it takes a lot for somebody to ask for help, and what we don't need to be doing is drawing extra attention. I was pumping gas at a gas station, and literally, I'm talking. Yeah, go. This little boy walked up to this. Well, I ain't gonna say little. It was probably like a teenager. Walked up to this man and basically was like, "Hey, sir, do you have a couple of dollars to spare? Me and my dad don't have any money to put gas in the car." The man was like, "No, I don't have it." And then I think the boy was saying, "Okay, thank you." And the man kept yelling at him. When I say kept yelling, I mean like, "Didn't I tell you that I don't have it? What part of I don't have it and I'm not giving you any money? Don't you understand?" Now this little boy is literally directly in front of him.
That is very intense.
I turned around and was like, "Oh my God, you ain't got to draw that much attention to the fact that this man is asking you something. Say no and ignore him and go on about your business." And then he looked at me and then rolled his eyes and walked into the gas station. And the boy came back around the corner and was like, "I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude." I said, "It's okay." I gave the man $6 and I was like, "Go tell your daddy to put this in this tank."
Hold on.
I was so mad.
So hold on, because that happens a lot. So in his defense, the dude might have already approached him once, and he came back like as he was walking in the gas station. He asked him, he told him no, and then he probably came back out and seen him again. That's the scam they do. Because I was at the gas station the other day, and a guy walked past me and was asked that I had some money because his car broke down. Mind you, he had a Cadillac keychain on with a Cadillac key. But as I'm watching him, he telling me he out of gas, and he literally started just walking down the street. I said, "Where the hell is your car at? Because you came from this direction." You know what I'm saying? What, you about to go door to door to get gas or something? What the fuck's going on here?
I understand that, but my whole thing is this. If it is, I understand, yes, scamming do be real out here, and they finally got one of them people who be scamming all the veterans because she was stupid behind went and bought a $600,000 house in cash, idiot.
Yes, I saw
and
that.
She got caught.
That was crazy.
I think she was one of them ones that literally got caught up and she was hitting up all veterans. Because I know I got a message from her on Instagram asking me, "Oh, do you wanna join or get on my job, make some easy money? All you got to do is forward me this information." Bitch, if you don't get off my phone, but got
really?
Oh yeah, they was doing all types of stuff. They got a couple of people I know.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what I was looking at, and I was like, "Man, how you gonna be taking advantage of the veterans like that?"
The scammers is gonna scam. I don't know why y'all acting like that's not normal.
It was because of the job she was at or she was in. She was a telephonic something, grapher or something. So she had access to a lot of USAA bank accounts. So she was contacting them and then getting the information from their accounts and selling them to other companies, other scamming companies.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was her and somebody else.
It was another girl.
They got one of them on the 17th, and they got the other one on the 22nd.
Oh, she's going to federal jail.
One of them had 175 counts, and the other one has 65. Ooh. But we can stop talking about this now because I see Jason face and he don't seem pleased.
No, I'm fine.
He don't approve. That's all.
Literally, I was thinking about this is actually good because I have to go pee. That's what I was thinking. Since we want to go there.
That's a lot of counts.
Well, if you would have got up and walked away, I definitely would have said something about you not caring about the conversation. So,
how dare you,
Jerry? You ain't come and get some of this food.
I ain't go. Yeah, I ain't been nowhere. I just
you ain't been to the church yet?
Ma, you on mute?
She is on mute.
Last I went to the church on Sunday, but no, we dropped Shay's dad off today.
Oh, okay.
So he flew out.
You still on mute?
You're still on mute. Lord.
And
Y'all
Jerry
gotta
and
come
Mona,
get
we
these
still alive.
pans and these sternos. Don't I mean?
Yeah, I got a couple things I gotta get. I'm gonna go to the church tomorrow. Aunt Deborah, somebody unmute
Okay.
her.
There
I
she goes.
did it. I did it. So I
Bless
got
her
an
heart.
email. I got this invoice in my email today about them taking some money out of my account through PayPal. I don't even have a PayPal account.
Delete
Ain't
that
had
email.
one.
Don't
gotta
click the
delete
link.
it.
Damn,
They
but
didn't
I
take
got
it out
the
your
link.
account. They trying to get you to
They
call
probably-
them
She
and
does.
get your
Right.
information.
Scam.
Yeah. Just
You
bypass.
You know, this is prime.
This prime scam
I
season.
have received so many emails about. I got a call today about UPS trying to send me something. I got a call. I done had calls about how I done won something. I got calls. I got emails trying to saying I won something. I mean, it's like since
You know what?
Yeah, they've been trying to.
Thanksgiving,
That's the
it's
camp.
been like ridiculous. My email has been going
We should be
crazy.
able to. We should
I'm
be
gonna
able
tell
to
you
press
what really
charges.
gets you.
It's like
when
it's
people
like
Is the-
second attempt. You know, we've been trying to send you this. I got one
Yeah.
the other day that told me they froze my bank account for a bank I don't even know nothing about.
I
I'm
feel like
like,
they prey
Oh
on
yeah,
vulnerable people.
that's the classic one right there.
Yeah, that's what they do. They get you to call
I
and
don't
ask
like
you all these
Or
questions.
they'll send you an email saying they got a package from you. They trying to deliver to you from Amazon. We get them at work too.
I
yeah,
get
I
those
get them
too.
all the time.
Says your
I was like-
package is on the way. I'm like, on the way where? Because I ain't order shit.
I'm just mad because I've been caught up in those little scams before because they get you when you're at your lowest. Jerks.
You're right. You're right.
That's
I
why-
agree with you. As someone who has been
Always
scammed
put
before,
around
I understand.
And then
Look.
they be out so much money out of people's accounts that people don't even know that they can take that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
'Cause
got
also
they got
what they-
Brandy one time with the
another one
Navy
they-
Federal scam.
They
Oh,
do is they call and I forgot what is because my coworker, his mother got hit with this, and somebody said they had some money for her. So I forgot exactly how it went down, but at any rate, they got access to her account number. And after she got the phone, she was in the process of going somewhere, and then she thought about it, and then she called the bank and was like, I think I just gave somebody my information, so please, freeze my bank account. Because
Mhm.
what they do is they'll keep trying to cash a check.
Yeah.
Like they make these bogus checks, and they'll be trying to take it up to $1 million. My thing is, then the bank get mad and be like, "Well, you can't bank with us no more." Well, if I've never had $1 million in my account before,
Why would you think that I
clear
had something
those
in there
checks?
today?
Well, that's
Why would
like
you
when
think
I
that? Y'all
first
don't have an
moved up.
algorithm.
Listen, I have
when
not
I
even
first
had.
did, gives you a
Merlin.
red flag. Be like, this person
But-
ain't never.
I've never
They
even
be
had
trying to buy
$1,000
$3
in my
bread.
account. Why would you
They
think there
wanna
was $1
put my
million
shit
in
on
this
hold.
motherfucker? Don't play with me.
When I first moved to Maryland and I was filling out job applications, and these people interviewed me, told me I had the job and everything, and the next thing I know, 2 days later, you just sent me a daggone check, the cash, and I was like, oh, we don't do that.
We don't play
You
those
just send me
games.
I ain't did no work. You gonna send me, tell me something, this is for my supplies and stuff. No, we don't do that.
Yep, that's what they do.
We don't play
They
those
also
games.
they was running these rent scams where they were renting out houses. They would say, "Okay, I need you. I'm running this house out, but I'm out of the country."
Mhm. My friend got caught
And-
up on that. Yep.
What? And how do they do it? Like you said,
You
gonna
send me the money, like they'll send you pictures. They'll even let you go and see the house or something.
Yeah.
And you go and give them the money, and then when it's time for you to move in, they're nowhere to be found.
No, but this one
Not
was
only that, and the people who really own the house are home by now.
I don't know
right.
about that.
They don't
Yeah,
have
they
no
showed
idea
that
that
one on.
somebody
They
is
showed
renting
that
out
one
their
on Good
house.
Morning America.
Or
Where
where
the,
the foreclosed home the whole time and nobody was supposed to be living there, but the guy was charging everybody rent in the room, in the house. I seen that.
He's squatting. He got all the squatters paying.
Yeah, basically. And the sheriff come in like, what the hell y'all doing here? Y'all ain't supposed to be in here. They like, well, we've been paying this guy.
They're like, we all
They
in there, like, we live
who
here.
the fuck y'all been paying? Because this house been foreclosed. So everybody had to move within like 24 hours.
Where they moved to?
I don't know, but they can't make a move in Florida.
Yeah, squatters' rights is real. You're gonna stay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen that on that movie on a show one time, and I said that is ridiculous.
Yeah, in Florida, if you get in there and they can't make you move.
Pennsylvania is worse.
That one of them was in
Pennsylvania is worse. Like you can forget it. Once they in there, they in. That's that movie that you saw in that too. That Pennsylvania, you can't he in there doing all types of stuff. Sorry, ma'am. That lady had to give up her own house. Like she give up her own. Oh God.
That's all for the worst
roommates or something.
Yeah. She had to move out her own house because he wouldn't leave.
Listen, she said, and I am telling you.
He done took over her pets and everything.
Oh yeah, the cats.
Man. So y'all, do y'all have any more stories before we get into this last one? Because this last one is a doozy.
Nah,
is that right?
So, do any of y'all watch Real Housewives of Potomac? The answer is no. Let's keep it moving.
No, I watch it. I haven't watched it recently though.
Is that Potomac, Maryland?
Potomac, Maryland, yeah. Well, Potomac,
I watched
Virginia.
it a long time ago.
Whatever side of Potomac it is. So I'm gonna show y'all this fight. Now, I pulled this up because they have really had issues with colorism on the show.
Colorism.
Them green-eyed bandits ain't no joke.
That's not new. Not in that area.
But I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this clip of this fight, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think.
That's why I stopped watching them things. They make black people look real bad on these shows.
Yes, especially black women, and that's the image that they have of black women all over the world. They think it's the
main one that most
it's all black women act like that.
Peter said he got beef with Chip.
Oh wait, I gotta make sure the stuff hits sound.
Oh, what's the beef? I don't have beef with men, so what's the beef?
Wendy, don't start it.
Don't start what? I don't.
That's my.
You can't hear it.
Don't start it.
What are you trying to do right now?
I heard a little bit.
You're doing too much.
I heard Wendy don't start. That was all I heard.
So what's the beef?
So apparently you guys are doing some type of deal, and he said that he sent you.
How about you just tell us what happened?
He said that
No, because you have to see the fight.
What's the status of your potential business partnership?
You know what? Ever since Teresa did that daggone fight and flipped that table, everybody want to fight now.
Let me quote it correctly. Yes, he owes me something. Peter sent me over the first red line to the landlord. I wanted to conduct a site visit on the place for the potential restaurant because I had not been. So I haven't heard from him since that text message.
You would think that you would let him know you were coming, right? Is he my
I can hear it a little bit, but I can't hear it loud.
He's opening up his opportunity for you to learn, study, and be a mentee.
This is going on my
The
life.
only man I let know that I'm coming into town is my husband. I don't owe him anything. I don't owe him anything.
Because there's no feelings in
There it is.
business.
Sweetie,
Y'all hear now?
maybe you talk to other
Yes,
men like
you'll
that,
find
but
it
I
now.
don't need
I sit
to.
at a
I don't know
boardroom
what you're
table
talking
with
about.
all men, okay?
Okay, good. Here we go.
Peter said he got beef with Chip.
Oh, what's the beef? I don't have beef with men, so what's the beef?
Wendy, don't start it.
Don't start what? I don't have.
That's my family. Don't start it.
What are you trying to do right now?
No.
You're doing too much. If he has beef,
Well,
then
he
he
got
can call
beef
my
with you.
husband. So what's the beef?
So apparently you guys are doing some type of deal, and he said that he sent you the contract, and he said that he ain't heard nothing back.
What's the status of your potential business partnership with Peter? Has he sent you any paperwork?
Yes, actually, no, not to sign, but to review. Let me quote it correctly. Yes, he owes me something. Peter sent me over the first red line to the landlord. I wanted to conduct a site visit on the place for the potential restaurant because I had not been. So I haven't heard from him since that text message.
You would think that you would let him know you were coming, right?
Is he my man? What are you talking about? What?
He's opening up his opportunity for you to learn, study, and be a mentee.
That makes sense.
The only man I let know that I'm coming into town is my husband. I don't owe him anything. I don't owe him anything.
Because there's no feelings in business.
Sweetie, Maybe you talk to other men like that, but
Of course
I don't
do.
need
I
to.
sit at a
I don't know what
boardroom
you're
table
talking
with
about.
all men. Okay? I'm the only female, black female, at the boardroom table.
Girl, I'm the only black female that's a professor at Johns Hopkins, and I'm the youngest professor at Johns Hopkins. So don't tell me how to be a boss because I am a boss. You understand that?
She doesn't even want to hear it.
No,
right?
because you're talking to me about a man that's not my husband. Why do I get?
It's business. Why are you talking about your husband? Who does it have to do with a marriage?
That's weird. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me that. Maybe that's how you and your husband play. How me and my husband play. We don't play like that. Period.
I am so confused. You know what?
telling me I need to call some guy and tell him I'm coming to town? I'm not in town for business.
No, too close to me, too close to me. Take your ass.
That's what to do.
No, get up.
That's what you want to
table. No, because you're not going to talk about my husband and how
Nobody
we
was
operate.
talking about your husband.
From the table, Wendy.
And what the are you gonna do if I don't get the out? What the are you going to do?
She's very antagonistic.
If you don't get her out, I swear to God.
We are too hot to be acting like this, okay?
Yeah. And I'm TMZ right now.
What's up, y'all? So you and your husband can go other women and men. Well, you and your husband can go other women and men, okay?
I'm confused. It's my birthday.
I'm on what you
ass.
Let's sit down. Come on.
What boss
Listen, look at all that you work for, honey. Is it worth that?
Since you want to throw a drink, you're such a boss. What boss throws drink? What boss throws drink? Boss throws drink.
It's not worth it.
You thought I was gonna fight you?
You're baiting and you're being antagonistic. If you don't want to fight, then stop.
Oh, so you're telling me to stop, but she threw a drink on me, Robin. Robin, don't fairness.
Do you want to fight? Then fight. If you don't
You
want
threw
to
a
fight,
drink
then
on me
shoot.
over Peter Thomas because you him?
No.
Because you're Peter Thomas, that's why you threw a drink on me?
Wait.
No.
This is what we're not doing. Okay.
You threw a drink on me because you're Peter?
Oh.
Somebody?
Oh, God. Now you're making up stuff.
Down the T is real high. You threw a drink on me over somebody
Let's not
that's not your husband? You so corny. Trade a face.
No. What you're not going to do.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Okay, so that was a lot,
What?
but let's get
First
into
of
it.
all, who was that lady? Who's the one with the camera? Because she was instigating.
That's
If you're not
Robin
gonna
Dixon.
fight- if you're not gonna fight, then you know what I mean. What was that?
Okay, so that's Robin Dixon. She does the most. Let
Robin
me
always
break down how much. First of all, Peter Thomas is a menace.
Peter. We're talking about Peter from
Atlanta.
Real Housewives of
From
Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
Peter Thomas is a menace.
Yeah. Who's Peter married to on there?
No one.
Nobody.
Oh, well, why are they talking about Peter?
Because he wants a peach so bad.
He wants a what?
No, Peter he
said
opened
that
up a
long
bar.
time ago.
Right. In Atlanta. And
One
then
in-
I think he has one in DC area.
He has one
now.
in Baltimore. He has one in DC now. And
What's it
Wendy
called?
was talking to him about doing
the
a
bar
Nigerian
one.
restaurant.
There is a bar one in DC.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
And she came to Peter about opening up the restaurant.
Right.
The girl. In the
Yeah,
boat.
Wendy
Yeah.
came to Peter about opening up the restaurant, about opening up a Nigerian restaurant. They had done the stuff. He had told her how much it was, and then she said, I want to be able to do the walkabout to see the space. And he hadn't gotten back to her. So when Mia calls him because they're doing this trip to Miami because all this is in Miami.
Who is Mia? Is that the other
That's
lady?
that's the one that threw the drink.
Okay.
So Peter asked her who's all coming. She said all the girls are coming. He said, "Oh well, I got beef with Wendy." And she's like, "Well, why?" Because she ain't got back to me about this contract thing.
So
Mind
who
you,
is Peter in relation to Maya?
They friends.
Oh, so that's just a whole lot of nonsense that just
Right.
happened. Okay.
so Mia, in order to start, because what she was trying to do was start drama because they don't like Wendy because they don't ever like the dark skinned girls.
What? What?
They don't ever like the dark skinned girls.
Yeah, well, Wendy done had it out with just about everybody on the show now.
But you got to think about it. You saw how they got Monique up out of there.
I don't know any of these people.
I just
the reason why I feel like they don't like Wendy is because Wendy ain't backing down. Wendy
She's not.
She's not one to a lot of the other ones would be like, you know what? All right, I can apologize. Maybe I was wrong. Wendy not doing that. If Wendy don't feel like she wrong, she not gonna tell you that she's sorry. And
but she'll throw them credentials out now.
Yeah, and they at first it used to be because they kept saying they were upset with her because she kept telling everybody that she was a professor. That girl is proud of her accomplishments. Why you getting mad at her?
And she was an analyst on MSNBC too at one time.
She's still an analyst on MSNBC.
So she got her clout, and everybody got jealous of her. But she gets in a beef every show. She is in a beef with somebody.
But I think part of the issue is because they keep talking to Wendy like she's crazy.
Well, Wendy did do some crazy stuff though.
But so here's the thing that threw me with this whole situation. I remember when the Candace and Monique thing went down, and they got Candace off the show because Candace beat the brakes off that chick. Or Monique beat the brakes off Candace because Candace asked for an ass whooping.
She threw a drink.
I don't know who these people are.
Candace threw a drink at Monique. Monique beat the brakes off of her. It is what it is.
These shows have a tendency to make black women look real bad. So
have you watched the Real Housewives? Have you watched Beverly Hills? Because the only one that looked good on that show is I
find all of it to be. Listen, I find all of it to be ridiculous, and even more so of why we're in the culture that we're in, because we are on TV doing the most for no reason. All of it. You know what I mean?
I'm not giving it that. Listen.
It's too much.
But here's what I wanted to talk about with that. And here's why I thought that was such if you watched, you could tell who the aggressor was in that argument just based on that little clip. Mia said to Wendy, Peter Thomas got beef with you. And she said, well, then he needs to talk to my husband because I don't have beef with men. Mm-hmm. That should have ended the conversation right then.
Right.
And I agree. It shouldn't have been. I mean, first off, why are you in their business? If that's their business, it's like they don't have anything to do with you. You ain't got a dime in that pocket, in that restaurant. You just running your mouth. And what she should have told Peter was, well, you need to talk to them. You don't need to talk to me. The problem is
stay out of women's business, Peter.
The problem that I have with these shows is people are quick. You tell one person stuff, and then the next thing you know, you on the phone talking about somebody else. Oh, well, this is what she said, and this is what she said. It's a whole bunch of
what's in the script.
What you say, Boda?
That's in the script.
That's what
it is, but it's nerve wracking. It's like, and then you make black women look like all we do is fight.
No, they make all women look like all they do is fight. We're gonna come back and talk about this in just a second.
Right. Those women make that because they agree to do those shows.
We're gonna come back and talk about this in just 1 second. We got another commercial we got to do.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
You know what?
What happened?
He went to the bathroom.
This guy.
Well, he
So we
told y'all
live?
he had to pee the last time. Ain't none of my shows on tonight. I forgot.
So we not live?
No, they got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on. They can Jan, what you eat?
Potatoes, pork chops, and broccoli.
So Mona, is she on here?
Huh?
Guess what?
What?
So we went over to DMV today, the Virginia.
Are we still live? Are we on?
We went over
Oh.
to the motor vehicle place today. How about Chucky never had to take the test? All he had to do was turn his license in.
So we got another license?
No, we got to pick it up Thursday.
All right, so we back, y'all. We back for another situation. So we was talking about the Real Housewives, and I know y'all want to I want to keep it to this particular situation rather than this is what's wrong with the world.
I can't.
Huh?
I can't talk about anything else. No. That's the. I don't. What's the situation? The aggressor. That's what we.
So what I'm saying is, so it's what it tends to be. And I think that this is something that happens in a lot of areas of life. Is like, so you have this woman, you watch the clip. You know what I'm saying? Based on that the clip that you saw, to me, Mia was the aggressor in that situation. You know what I mean? She brought that up specifically for beef because it was in the script, as Mona said. She brought that up specifically to cause problems. And right. Then when Wendy wasn't taking the bait, that's when she threw the drink So because you were the aggressor. Say what?
The script wasn't going the way it was supposed to. That's what she said. You thought I was going to fight you. That's what she thought.
Yeah.
So she caused the scene.
That's when she threw the drink in the face.
Dumb.
And, and all of that stuff. Now, mind you, was Wendy doing what Wendy do and delivered when she called her a crater-faced bitch? She said, "You crater-faced bitch. You're doing all this over Peter?"
It sounded like she was doing it all over Peter.
No, Wendy, not Wendy.
Yeah, the other girl.
Yeah, Mia was doing it all over Peter.
Oh, that's what
Wendy was saying that.
Oh, right.
And so here's the thing. Like, I couldn't find a clip of the most recent episode. So the resolution was Wendy ended up going to a hotel. And, because they were all down there together. They were supposed to be going down and, spending the trip together like a girls' trip. And Mia was like, I don't want her to come back here. And, all the other girls were like, look, we're going to go check on her and make sure she's good. And Mia was like, the idea, other than the Green Eye Bandits, which is Robin and Giselle, which I have nothing really to say about Robin and Giselle, other than the fact that your men don't want you. So what makes you think anybody else wants you? If you don't know who Giselle is, that's the one who's...
I don't know who that is.
Robin's about to give me mercy. Her ex-husband
was Jamal Bryant.
What you say, Jill?
Robin about to give married to her ex-husband.
Tawan. No, I don't think they're about to get married.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, if he like it, I love it. She's aggressive. She's aggressive too.
Like these people are.
I'm gonna say it. If you don't watch the show, of course you're not gonna know who they are, Selene.
Do you watch the Real Housewives of Potomac?
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you say unfortunately? Nigga, you know you watch it. You know you be tuned in every Sunday.
No, I don't watch it that often. But when I'm sitting here with Siobhan, she watches it. That's how I know about the stuff. Huh?
Does Mona watch it?
I don't know. I ain't never asked her. But see, only thing I don't like about these shows, you remember Real Housewives of Atlanta a couple of years ago when Portia put her hands on Kenya?
Yeah.
And now Kenya want to press charges? That's the only thing I hate about it. Don't sit there and sell all these wolf tickets and talk all that shit. And when the time to motherfucking get it in, now you ready to go to the courthouse and tell them I hit you for the assault charge. That's what I don't like.
Listen.
If we ain't gonna fight, ain't no point of us in here arguing, going back and forth.
That's what the girl at the camera said. If you ain't gonna fight, then just, you know. But
Candace, listen, but when I tell you season 5, Candace asked for an ass whooping.
Like, she literally like dragged her across the motherfucking table.
Yeah, she did. I do remember. Now, I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta back then, but I ain't watched the Housewives ever since.
I will tell you, season 5 Potomac, Candace asked for an ass whooping. She requested an ass whooping. Monique gave her that ass whooping.
Salt Lake City,
huh?
I said they got Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. They fight too.
They do.
Listen, they fight. I said, listen, when you ask for an ass whooping and one comes to you, you cannot be mad that you were given an ass whooping that you asked for.
But these people who got all this money in these big ass houses out here fighting each other.
Because if I remember correctly, Candace literally said, "Beat my ass, then, Monique."
She beat our ass.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Asked and answered. But the hypocrisy in it was the same one that was like the same one that was like, if you're not gonna fight, you know, sit down, blah blah blah, all that stuff.
Love and Marriage DC
was the same one who 2 years ago was like, we don't condone violence or fighting and all that stuff, and that's just wrong. Now you just don't do that. But because it was because it was her friend and part of the light skin trio, you know, all of a sudden you don't see the problem in, you know, antagonizing somebody to fight, and you just use. And Wendy said, "It's not my fault. These hoes can't use their words."
I don't know.
So I don't know. That's all I had to say. Anyway, but I have to go get my dinner.
Nigga.
What kind of mess is this?
Listen, we had a tight. I had a tight hour set up.
Clearly, you didn't. We went over that hour.
Yeah, we did.
We did go over an hour, but I had a tight hour set up.
Ugh.
That's why we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in the after show. All right, y'all. All right, fam. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Do all the things. We'll see y'all